What up everyone, my name is Storm. In today's video, we're going to be counting down the 20 hidden facts that you didn't know about Dead by Daylight. Hopefully you do enjoy these type of videos and let me know in the comments below what other facts I missed for another upcoming video. Let's start counting down with our first one being Midwich hidden location. Did you know that there is a secret chest where you can unlock at the end game? Within the Silent Hill games, they decided to keep the puzzle in where the piano puzzle is found in the musical room on the second floor of the Midwich Elementary School. But for Dead by Daylight, the survivor will need to complete the generators inside the chemistry and the musical room. The tower doors will open in the courtyard when the endgame collapse happens. So complete the generators, open up the exit door, and go to the courtyard at the clock tower to claim your reward. Survivor Vault animation. Did you know that you can bait out the survivor before they vault? If you look very carefully at the survivor's item, when they vault, it disappears. This is very good information if you want to decide if you want to go for that demo shred or if you want to go for that huntress hatchet. If you watch the survivor run towards the window and no item disappears, most of the time the survivor will try and dead-eye to try and force a hit, then they will vault the window. Hopefully this tip will help you when you're playing killer to counter the survivors when vaulting. And survivors, just be careful. The Gideon's meat plant hold Pallet. When playing on the map Gideon's meat plant, in the corner of the map where there's a flying pig head, and normally when the survivors tend to hold the killer, this is a very interesting spot that not a lot of people know. When the survivor tries to hold the killer, and if you mind game it correctly, you can make them force the pallet. Then you can go on the other side of the pallet, whilst falling, you can get the break animation and catch the survivor off guard. Just a heads up, if you want to catch the survivor off guard even more, you can use certain perks like Brutal Strength, Fire Up, and certain add-ons to break the pallet quicker. This will save you a lot of time later on, where you don't have to break the pallet. So use this tip to your advantage. The Gideon's meat plant Legion trick. When playing on the map Gideon's meat plant, and if you're playing Legion, and if you have the perk Bamboozle, you can do a very special trick. On the other side of the whole pallet, there is a meat grinder. Whilst running up the stairs in your power, the Frenzy, you can vault over the window and lunge. Then you can run back up the stairs, cancel your animation, and catch the survivor off guard. They have nowhere to go, because the window is already blocked, and you get that free down. It's pretty much like the old RPD map, where the survivors try to fake vault the window. And most of the time, you can like body block them at the top of the stairs and library. With either of these strats, it is very tough to pull off. It's a high risk reward, but when you can pull it off, it is amazing. So give it a try. Sadako's hidden TV perk. Sadako has a built-in perk which is Whispers, which is kind of like a fifth perk if you think about it. Sadako have these televisions around the map. If there's a video playing on the TV, there is a survivor within 60 meters of the TV. You can use that information at the start to look for survivors. When the survivor moves away from the TV, the static will come back. This is very handy if you're playing this killer, trust me. How to know if it's a Hex Pentimento totem. You have 3 different totems, a dual, a Hex totem, and a Pentimento totem. After the killer rekindles the totem, you will have a different animation playing compared to the other Hex totems. When seeing this totem, you can destroy it again, but just remember where all the totems are when destroying a dual totem or any hexes, just in case the killer has Hex Pentimento. The rush animations notifications. Did you know that there is some rush animations that don't actually notify the killer? When dropping a pallet or fast vaulting a window, it literally don't pass any notification towards the killer if the killer is more than 48 meters away. But just be careful though. The Midwich God Pallet trick. You can make the God Pallet near the meat sack useless. By vaulting over the window and lunging, you can get on top of the meat sack and go over the pallet. Crazy, right? It is hit and miss, I would say. But all depends on the killer and if the window was spawned there, because sometimes it doesn't. But there is certain perks that can make it easier, so give it a shot and let me know how it goes. The Sanctum of Wrath of Rocks. Did you know that these rock faces have a different meaning towards them? On the map, Sanctum of Wrath, in the middle of the map there is some rock faces, but they have a very interesting thing that some people don't know about. If you look away for a second, then turn around, the rock faces will be looking into your soul.
Fetch me their soul!
Freddy Snares. About 3 months ago, Behavior did a secret buff to the Freddy Snares, where you'll be able to place your snares through walls and objects. This will help with catching the survivor off guard and getting that free hit. The retired DLC offerings. A retired offering that allowed players to try out the killers of a paid DLC that they didn't own for one trial, for the Shape, the Cannibal, the Pig, the High, the Doctor, and the Nightmare. This was a good way to test out certain killers before deciding to pay for a certain DLC. Do you wish that behavior didn't remove this feature? Let me know in the comments below. Attacking through obstacles. Be careful when playing Survivor and attempt to debate the killer over small obstacles. Killers can hit straight over them and shock you in the process. And here's some examples that I've used in some of my matches. Dead Dog Saloon's fences, RPD's small wall indoors, and the wall outside. So use some of these to your advantage to outplay the survivors, and remember, when you're playing Survivor, be careful when looping around these loops. Dark Devotion to Terror Radius. One of my favourite perks within the game of Dead by Daylight, on most killers. When you hit the Obsession, you can transfer your terror radius onto the Obsession with a radius of 32 meters. Also, you can increase this terror radius with certain perks like Distressing, and the killer will be granted the undetectable status effect for the duration of the perk. And sometimes you can scare the survivors so much where they stop playing. Trust me, not a lot of people run this perk and it is super underrated, and it is so funny on Bubba. So give it a try and let me know if you get any jump scares. How to counter the artist's crows. Want to know how to counter the artist's crows as best as possible? Most of the artist players that are phased normally bring the long duration add-on, but it takes longer to remove the crows from the survivor. There is a simple trick to remove them, and if you got time before the killer comes towards you, try and do these tactics. Jump inside of a locker, and when you got a crow on your survivor, when you get the fast vault animation out of a locker, it will remove it. Also, you can use a flashlight that another survivor is using to blind the crows to remove them. And finally, you can use a flashbang or a firecracker to remove them as well, but you blind yourself in the process, so it isn't the best option. Escaping the trial tricks. Also, quite a lot of people have made this mistake when playing against the pig, and they attempt to escape through the exit door with an active reverse bear trap on, and finding the worst case where the head will explode, and wondering why. You got a few options to counter this. First, remove the trap, then escape through the exit door to be safe. Or you can escape through the hatch when all the survivors have left the trial. Also, when we're on this topic, why not mention about playing against the twins? You won't be able to escape through the exit door if you have Victor on you still. Or Charlotte will come over and knock you out and slap you on a hook. But the funniest bit is that you can escape the trial through the hatch with Victor on your back, which shocked me at first. And Charlotte's just standing there, looking over. The Blast Mine visual. Did you know that there is a hidden visual when running Blast Mine? When using the perk to activate Blast Mine, a flashbang will spawn on top of the generator. It's very interesting and there's no use for it, because you can't really see it, but it is like a little mini Easter egg, and I bet most of you didn't know. The Adrenaline Secret. A very interesting fact that you may not know about Adrenaline when being inside the dream world. You can wake yourself back up out of the dream world when the last generator pops and your adrenaline activates. Also, failing a skill check or certain other actions will wake you back up, unless the killer has a certain perk, which is Red Paintbrush, where the survivors are unable to wake themselves back up when failing skill checks. But most Freddy Krueger players don't really run this add-on, so you should be alright with waking yourself up with missing a skill check. Although this will still alert the killer to your position, so just be careful. The flashlight tricks. Flashlights can be very handy in certain situations instead of blinding the killer directly. When using a flashlight to save a survivor, when the killer is picking up the survivor to put on the shoulders, that's when you want a flashlight save. But the flashlight saves are much easier now without timing it, but this information may help later on. The flashlights can also destroy the hag traps, and they can also help you find them by shining your flashlight close to the trap, revealing the aura. Also, just a little bonus tip whilst we're here, you can actually crouch through the hag traps without setting them off. There is a perk called Urban Evasion that increases the movement speed whilst crouched. Did you know that you can pause the stalk progression with Ghostface and the Shape, disallowing them to stalk? When blinding a Legion, it will kick them out of the power, and will do so without stunning them. Flashlights can blind the killer even when you can't see them. When the spirit is phasing, you can blind them still. It's very handy when the spirit is fake phasing at a pallet. You can actually blind Victor, but don't actually kick them back into Charlotte. You can light burn a Wraith or a Nurse out of the power, resulting into a stun, stunning the twins out of the power. If Charlotte is camping on a pallet when Victor is roaming the realm, you can actually stun Charlotte with passing the other person on the screen a jump scare, and being forced to play Charlotte again. It's got me a few times when I'm trying to body block a survivor, and another survivor comes behind me and slams the pallet on me, while snapping me out and forcing me to play Charlotte again. Also, did you know that you can destroy Victor by a pallet or using the survivor perk head on to destroy him? That's another bonus tip. Franklin Demeyer's tricks. Franklin Demeyer's can be used on certain killers to utilize special items. The first one is the Cenobite. You can use it to force the survivors to drop the bots in one hit. Also, the Nemesis and the Wesker can also use it to force the survivors to drop the vaccine or the spray, which is really strong with certain perks on top of it. So use this knowledge to your advantage to catch the survivors off guard. And that's 20 hidden facts that you didn't know about Dead by Daylight. Thank you for watching this video, and I really hope you did enjoy it. Wondering what survivors to level up? Check out this video on screen where we count down the best perk from every survivor to help you learn which survivor to play next. Also, come by to the Discord if you want to ask me any questions or find people to play with. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, everyone, and peace.